And now let's take a close look at one of the more unusual jobs in the judiciary, the coroner. Their role is to investigate circumstances around sudden, unnatural and violent deaths. Dealing with the grim and gory images of death regularly would take a mental toll on most people. But for State Coroner Adam Nakhoda, it's all in a day's work. In an exclusive interview with CNA, he speaks of what it means to him to have a job that tries to piece together the last moments of someone's life. In the early days when Mr. Adam Nakhoda first started performing his duties as a coroner, he could not bear to see the state of the bodies that entered the mortuary.
But I think now I've been doing this job for quite some time. I think I've now become used to it.
Since his appointment as State Coroner in 2021, the 52-year-old has worked on many high-profile cases, including the Tanjong Pagar car crash in 2021 and Singapore's first COVID-19 vaccine-linked death.
My children know what I do. They know that I am the State Coroner. They will sometimes see my name mentioned in the newspapers, and they may ask me about these cases. And I will then tell them what has happened. I will explain to them that I am trying to assist in investigating why someone has passed away. And maybe my work might, because of what I do, it might lead to similar deaths being prevented.
About 5,000 unnatural deaths are reported on average in Singapore yearly, with about a quarter warranting a full investigation by the State Coroner.
Not every death in Singapore will become a coroner's case. In fact, the vast majority of deaths, a doctor will issue a certified cause of death. So only cases which are reportable to the police will become coroner's cases.
Mr. Nakhoda was previously a sentencing judge in the state courts, a role that stands in stark contrast with his current work.
In the criminal courts, when I heard, for instance, plead guilty cases where the accused is pleading guilty, I am making a decision on the appropriate sentence after hearing submissions from both the prosecution as well as the defense. However, as the State Coroner, the work is quite different. It is a fact-finding exercise. It's not adversarial.
The most meaningful part of his job, helping loved ones find closure through the outcome of his investigations.
What I find satisfying about coroner's cases is there are some cases where you find out that after the coroner's inquiry, the next of kin have stated or say that they have achieved closure from the hearing. I think that's important. They're able to now move on and move past the concerns that they might have had with regards to the death of their next of kin.